normal. So, okay, just tell yourself briefly. So, you have 3 minutes. You can tell everything about yourself, and then you can explore your speaking about everything that you're going to say. Okay, just get started in
Okay, because
the.
I forget, so I will start with what I remember, and please correct me everything anything I said.
Okay.
Okay. Hello, my name is Indah Ramadhani. I'm graduate from Bogor Agricultural University, communication major. My experience, basically I'm from broadcaster. I'm I'm not graduate. My experience I ever had has a production assistant in RTV for 2 years, and net TV for over 6 months.
6 months.
Yeah, 6 months. And production assistant, as you know, people who prepare from pre-production until post-production, from the creative things and from the material and crew. So from pre-production, production assistant will prepare everything like how many crew will in charge, and how much material like camera, lighting uh, needed we will we will use, and uh, obviously and of course for talent, like how many talent and where, until where observation or survey the location we will use to shooting uh, in outdoor or indoor studio, and until production shooting we help. Production assistant has many job desks when production. It's like a runner PA or call shot PA. So many names, so many job desks, based on what you did when shooting. And after that, after we finish the shooting production, uh, post production, like editing video, PA will observe and will guide the editor until until the program QC with QC team, with yeah your QC team, and until the program tayang atau apa ya?
Release.
Release in television. And after being a production assistant for over maybe around 3 years, I can say, I moved to digital marketing agency. First thing I moved as a social media officer, but for over 5 months. But my team and my boss asked me offered me to be as uh, to be an account executive. I don't know why. Maybe me he looks he look I have a potential as an account executive, and I just said yes because I don't know. uh, to be honest, I enjoy as a social media officer, but an account executive more challenging for me. And yeah, until now, I'm as an account executive in my first corporation in Bekasi. under corporation for over a year, and I moved to another digital marketing agency, and now I'm in Krona Digital Marketing Agency more than a year, more than a year until now, for a year until now. So as an account executive in Andaf or in Krona, we manage client, handle client from brief what they want, what they need, until the service we can we can apa ya, kasih ke mereka, we can give to them, like so we manage from the brief, from what they need, and uh, the successful client is when the client happy, and when the client retain again their service with us. So but in my office now, and my previous office as an account executive, I never get maybe
Promotion
target, no,
or target.
a target. Maybe because in another company, account executive maybe has a target to achieve, like marketing. But in my office, account executive specific to manage client, to handle client, and yeah, we mark up, we retain, if the client happy and want to retain again, the account executive will ask them to maybe add on service. So just it, but not but doesn't have target to achieve. So it's from me, any question, and please correct me, Mr. Devris.
Yeah, that's cool, Indah. So you look more confident than yesterday, and I can see that your English is quite better. I mean, if we talk about grammar, so your grammar is good. But to be honest, if I can correct you, at first you told me that I am graduated from blah blah blah. So it should be I was graduated.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's a minor mistake, so don't worry, don't make it as a burden. But if you can correct it, so it's gonna be much better. And then when you told me about being a production assistant, you look more excited.
Yeah.
Yes, it's like you look like it's in line with your education background, and you look more excited to tell this to me. But when you told me about being an executive, to be honest, it's very clear, but the composition or the portion is a little bit it's less than when you told me about production assistant. But it's okay because it's based on reality. So never mind. But tomorrow, just prepare yourself well so that maybe you can explain about your job when you do as an account executive in a better way. I think that's it. And that so everything is good. Just go on. So your confidence is in the higher level right now. But
Gila.
so I'm a little bit curious with your reason why you want to move from your from your office right now to your new one. Maybe it's gonna be the question from the interviewer tomorrow. So
Yeah.
yes, can you please tell me why?
Why I want to move from my previous office? To be honest, I still want to learn more about as an account executive professional, as a professional account executive. So in my office now, I learn so much about to be an account executive. But uh, to be honest, in my office now, I'm offered to be as an account manager. But for me, uh, I still I still want to explore more. And as you know, your company is very terkenal apa ya, very famous or very
Um,
well known
yes.
for in digital marketing agency. So who who doesn't know your company and your so I believe if I join with your company, I can explore more about being an account executive, and I believe I can join with your team. I believe if I join if I'm join with your team, uh, I can give you another place or another another experience, and will will improve your team too.
Okay, that's good. So you want to explore yourself, and I think it is good. And you also show me that you have eagerness to learn, so that's why you really want to move to a better place. But
Yeah.
someday maybe you're gonna find a new better place again. I mean, like this company is not the best one, so you never know what happened in the future, and maybe our company is a little bit it's not going so good, and maybe you're gonna find new better one. And how's that? I mean, do you want to move again, or what?
For me, I never move because, to be honest, for now, I never move because of salary. I always move because of if the company, specifically maybe the management, chaos or not good for develop people. But if for now, if I have team and especially manager or mentor who can not teach me, maybe who can uh, not instructs me, maybe yeah, teach me, who can uh, believe in me to prepare apa ya, to be a better, people, to be a better as a professional account executive. I will stay. So for me, as long as I get my values in there, I will
Cepat
stay
mati.
and I will learn.
Mati. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm sorry, there's a little bit trouble. Okay, just continue that.
Okay. Uh, just it. But I think I will stay as long as I get the value in there. I will stay, and maybe you can say I'm thirsty with learn and value and maybe knowledge.
That's good. So I can see that you're a good person. You will not move with some bad reasons like this about salary, or some other bad things, but you will think twice, three times, or even more before you decide to move to what new place. So I think it's such a good point from you, and I do salute with yourself. Um, Yeah, and I will accept you, bro.
Amin.
Amin ya rabbal alamin. So yes, that's my prayer for you, Indah. So I wish you success for tomorrow's interview.
Amin, amin, amin.
Just calm
And thank you
down.
for reminding me.
My pleasure. So I thought that you still remember this and you still on preparing yourself. You
Yeah.
forgot it. It's okay. It seems that you're just YOLO. You only live once, so you don't need to be like in a burden or what. But you know, you're gonna you're gonna you're gonna do your best. So wish I wish you success for your tomorrow's interview, and I wish you luck. Okay,
Amin,
Indah,
amin, amin.
semoga diterima pemilihannya. Okay, talk about the material that we're gonna learn today. So, like what I mentioned before, we're gonna learn about adverb of frequency. So, can you see the slide that I've shared to you?
Still like nah. Okay.
Okay, how about this?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So the sentence, I mean like the key sentence for our today's meeting is how often do you exercise? So how often is that? How often do you exercise? Do you do exercise regularly or how?
Exercise, sport,
Sport.
or else sport.
Yes. Do.
Honestly, I forgot the last time I exercised.
Maybe this
Maybe
morning
2 months ago or a month ago.
or 2 months ago or a month ago. That's so long in that. Why, by the way?
I don't know because from Monday to Friday I need to work, and weekend I always wake up until until siang apa tiba-tiba lupa.
Afternoon.
Yeah, until afternoon. So maybe it's just an excuse from me,
Yes, I see.
but honestly, just being lazy.
That's normal. You know, there are a lot of women out there who do the same with what you do, so they never do exercise regularly, and it's fine. So, so you did this like 2 months ago, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
maybe
yeah, months ago.
2 months ago. So, what you what did you do at that time, Linda? Did you run or did you
Oh,
go to the gym?
badminton.
Oh, badminton, playing badminton. So that's cool. So talk about
That's badminton. It's still blank, Mister.
what? Pardon?
The share screen is still blank.
Really?
Yeah,
How about this?
still blank.
Okay, okay, wait a minute. How about this one?
Yeah, normal.
Okay, just go on. And so today our topic is about sports and exercise, and you will learn about three materials. The first one is sport and exercise, and the second one is adverb of frequency. And as usual, you're gonna have speak up challenge in the last part of our meeting. So are you ready, Indah?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, let's go to the next slide. It's all about sports and exercise. So this is the snapshot for our today's meeting. This is the picture of top five sports and fitness activities in the United States. So do you like go to the gym or do fitness like what we can see on the picture in there?
I don't like to go to gym, but maybe just one watch by YouTube channel like you have yoga or Zumba like that.
That's good. Okay, so talk about sports and fitness activities. In the United States, there are top five sports. They are basketball, baseball, soccer, football, and softball. Okay, and then about fitness activities, there are walking, weight training, treadmill, stretching, and jogging. So, is there any vocabularies that you still do not know about? I mean, like the sports and
Mm,
fitness activities are here.
just want to make sure weight training is angkat beban, right? Or
Yes,
different? Oh, okay.
yes. Beban. Kalau treadmill lari biasa.
Mm.
Ya,
I know other else.
good. Okay, so talk about okay, ini kalau nggak di slideshow, but it's okay. So talk about sport and exercise. So this is the first exercise that you need to do. This is word power, and you need to choose between children, teens, young adults, middle-aged people, or older people. Which of these activities are popular with the following age group? So, for
Mm.
example, aerobic maybe it's for young adults and also middle-aged people, and then bicycling it's for children or teens. So let's get started from aerobics. Which age
Aerobic,
groups?
maybe young adults, middle
Yes.
age people,
Okay, that's good. I do agree with you. How about bicycling?
people from children until older people
Yes,
like bike cycling.
yes, that's really correct because especially recently days we can see that there are a lot of people have a new hobby which is bicycling, right?
Yeah.
How about bowling? Bowling,
Mhm. Young adults and teens maybe.
young adult athletes. Okay, and I forgive this by the way. How about golf?
Middle age people, older
Mid
people,
middle-aged people, old people. Yes, that's true. How about karate?
children, teens, young adult until middle age people.
Yes, that's true. And swimming?
Same as karate. Children, teens, young adult, and middle age people.
Yes, that's good. And volleyball? It's it
Tennis?
for
No?
volleyball? Pardon? I I don't
Tennis?
get.
You skip tennis. I
Oh, I see. I forgot. Tennis. Sorry. Tennis. Okay, that's how about tennis.
tennis, no children, teens, young adult, and middle age people.
Yes, that's true. And some older people, they play tennis too. It,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah,
only a few of
right,
them.
right.
Yes. And
Yes,
how about volleyball?
teens, young adults, and few middle age people.
Yes, that's good. And how about yoga?
Young adults, middle age, and older people.
So yoga, I know that you mentioned that you did yoga. I mean, you do yoga sometimes, and you know, and one of your favorite sports. I mean,
Yeah.
okay,
Because you just need to sit down.
sit down. I mean, is it easy? I mean, like to have such a balance in your body when
No,
you
no, no. Yoga it's hard for me because maybe it looks easy, but actually it's hard. It's you need to stretch your body. I can say yoga hard then run or badminton.
oh yes, I think if I try yoga, maybe I'm not good at yoga. I'm gonna be not good at this because it needs to like we need to stretch our body and we need to have a balance in our body. So I think it's not easy.
Yeah,
Yes.
and believe it or not, if you do yoga correctly, you will get so much sweat. Then
Running.
run,
Oh,
yeah,
I
then
see.
run
Really? Oh, that's cool.
because yoga you need to stretch your full body from head to toe.
I see. So that's why there are many people who like doing yoga because there's gonna be a lot of sweat and it means that this is very healthy, right?
Yeah,
Okay, good. And
and you
then
can do at home.
oh yes, for sure. I think this is the best reason one that we
Mm,
can do exercise at home because it is gonna be simple. So yeah,
yeah,
we can do it anytime because we just need to do it. Okay. And then for the point B, it's about pair work. So you need to do in pair, and this is the exercise. So you need to choose which activities in part A are used with do, go, or play. So as we know that we talk about aerobics, we need to say do aerobics. And then by cycling, it's go by cycling, and golf, it's play golf. So do, go, and play are three different words, and you need to add this kind of words in front of some sports activities that we've talked before. So let's go with yoga and karate. So this is the answer in there. So if you say yoga and karate, it is do karate
do.
or do yoga. And then bowling and swimming, go bowling and go swimming, like go by cycling. And then tennis and volleyball is play tennis and play. Yeah, it's quite clear. Is there any
Yeah,
question about this?
not yet.
Not yet. Okay, good. And then let's go to the next slide. This is adverb of frequency. So I've told you that adverb of frequency is like almost, often, and 5 times a week, like this. And before I explain it to you, let's do conversation number one between Mari and
Yeah,
Paul. Please become Mary, and I'm gonna be Paul. Okay, so
okay.
let's get started from you.
You're really fit, Paul. Do you exercise a lot?
Well, I almost always get up early and I lift weights for an hour.
Seriously?
Sure, and then I often go swimming
Wow. How often do you exercise like that?
about 5 times a week. What about you?
Oh, I hardly ever exercise. I usually just watch TV in my free time. I guess I'm a real coach potato. Yeah, it's me.
That's you. So Mary is like you. So it's okay. So it's like, so the conversation is between Mary and Paul. So it's like Mary is really indah,
Yeah, it's me.
but it's okay. And I still hope that I can be Paul. He's very consistent with his exercise. He did do it like 5 times a week, and I think it's very cool. So Indah, talk about adverb of frequency. Can you see how many adverb of frequency in this conversation?
Uh, one, two, three, four.
One, two, three, four.
Ya, satu, dua, tiga, empat, lima, enam nih. Six.
Six. Okay, good. That's correct. So there are six adverb of frequency. The first one is almost six or five. Okay, the first one is almost always, which means hampir selalu,
Yep, selalu.
and then often. You pronounce very well often in the dialogue, so it means sering, and then 5 times a week, 5 kali seminggu. Kalau hardly ever apa nih?
Hampir nggak pernah.
Hampir nggak pernah ya. And then usually means selalu. Okay. Biasanya ya. Jadi biasanya hanya nonton TV di waktu. So okay, it's very fun. And I'm a real couch potato. Do you know the meaning of a couch potato?
Tentang kayak pecundang. Apa sih?
Apa?
Kayak tidak,
Tidak
I
produktif
don't
ya?
know, coach potato like
Malas-malasan.
malas, ya pemalas.
Iya, dia tuh
Atau
orang yang
kadang suka buat ngatain gak sih, Mister, kayak coach potato, kayak jelek gitu.
ngatain jelek gitu ya. Maksudnya ngatain orang lain.
Mm. Iya, kadang kan ada orang yang coach potato atau nggak potato. I don't know why potato have apa ya, bad image.
So yes, potato in this conversation, I mean like a real couch potato means people who really like to spend their time in front of TV, just lay down their body and have fun. So in Indonesia maybe we can say mager. Jadi orangnya malas-malas.
Oke,
So just like
mageran.
yes. So if we have friends who are mageran, we can say, oh, you're a real couch potato. Okay, so this is the list of adverbs of frequency that we already read on the dialogue or conversation number one. So I mean like, how often do you exercise? I lift weights every day. I go jogging once a week. I play soccer twice a month. 3 times a year, often much, and then usually I exercise before work. So you can see that every day it's on the first list here. It means that every day is it's very often. So it's like when you do it every day, it means that 24. I mean like 7 times in a week and 30 times in a month. So I think it's very often. And then once a week, twice a month, 3 times a year, and yeah, and so on. And there's also sometimes means kadang-kadang, hardly ever, it's almost never, and never. So is there any question about this slide? No.
Not yet.
Okay. I'm sorry if there's a little bit crowded here. It's crowd. I
Hello,
mean, less.
hello,
Hello.
hello, hello, hello.
Hello. Hello. Yeah.
It's clear?
Yes, it's clear.
Is
It's
it
very
clear?
clear. Yes. How
Hello,
about
hello.
mine?
Nah,
Hello.
is it
Yeah.
clear? Oh,
Yes. How about my voice? Is it clear too?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Whenever there's
Nah, sekarang putus-putus, Mister.
okay. How about this?
Hello.
Hello.
Wait.
Wait. Wait.
Ya,
Maybe.
udah jelas.
Udah jelas. Okay, maybe there's a little bit crowd here, maybe because there's some kids in
Oh,
my place.
it's your.
This is Luna and that is Leon, so they are twins. Oh, Luna itu,
Oh,
iya ya.
kebalik.
Sini Luna ini, tak kenalkan ke Kak Indah. Halo, I am Luna.
Hai.
Hai, udah dipanggil loh. This is Luna, Auntie. Uh,
Hai. Hai. You teach them English too?
no, they're the daughters of my friends. So I visit them today because this is holiday and it's been almost 2 months. I never visit them, so I think it's a good
Oh,
time to visit them again.
I think they are your nep
Udah.
pupu.
Oh,
Aku lupa.
cousin.
Yeah, I think they are your cousin
Oh no,
or your nephew,
niece.
niece.
Oh no. So they're my friend's daughter. My friends in university. Okay, can you uh, is my voice clear, Indah?
Yeah. Clear.
Okay, so this is the next slide for our material, which is adverb of frequency. You can see that always is in the first list, which means that this is 100%, and almost always is under always. And then after that, there's usually, often, sometimes, hardly ever, almost never, and never. So if you say never, it means that you never did this. But if you just did it like once or twice in your life, you can say almost never. And then look at that. You can also say often that and usually. This is I mean, like usually is in the higher place between of. So selalu and sering
It's
itu
all.
lebih lebih sering kalau selalu. Ya. Jadi kalau misalnya, for example, like you usually watch Netflix on weekdays or I mean like on weekend, it means that you do this regularly once a week. But often it doesn't mean it is once a week. Maybe you just do it like 3 times in a month, or maybe like twice in a month, twice a month. I mean like that. So usually and
I.
often is a little bit different. Okay, do you get it, Indah?
Oh, yeah, but I just usually use usually or sometimes.
Oh, I see. So do I, and I sometimes I also use always only. I mean, like yes, but these all are different one another. So yes, you need to after this you need to use it one by one from always to
Okay.
never. Okay, dah.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the adverb. So if we talk about adverb of frequency, we need to learn about how, or I mean like where we need to put that adverb correctly. I mean, it's not always in the last part of the sentence. Sometimes it is in the middle of the sentence, what you can see on the number one. Do you ever play sports? And then for point B, sure, I play soccer twice a week. So when you say twice a week, it is on the last part of the sentence. But if you talk about ever or maybe usually, often, and then always, hardly ever, never, usually, it's all in the middle of the sentence, especially after the subject. So do you
Okay.
ever, what do you usually, do you often, do you always? No, I never. Usually. But if we talk about, like about 3 times a week or twice a week, it should be in the last part of the sentence. So I go out with my classmates about 3 times a week. Like that. Okay, do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay, good job, Indah. So this is the pronunciation for our today's material. And you can see that this one is, you're really fit, Paul. You look tired, Mary. I feel great, Dr. Lee. So this one is this is the place that you need to put the main stress, as what we have learned in the very first meeting, that the main stress is should be put on the sentence, and for the sentence like that, I mean like this, you need to put the main stress right here, jadi adanya di akhir. Ini nggak, untuk pola kalimatnya nggak harusnya seperti ini ya. Jadi kalau misalnya if you see the sentence like can you close the door please, itu hampir sama kan polanya. Jadi sebelum ada sapaan ini ada komanya gitu. Nah itu the position of the main stress is the same. So can you close the door, please? Jadi itu. Jadi there must be stress before the comma. Okay. So let's get try for
Okay.
from the first sentence. Just repeat after me. You're really fit, Paul.
You really fit, Paul.
You look tired, Mary.
You look tired, Mary.
I feel great, Dr. Lee.
I feel great, Dr. Lee.
That's correct. That's good. And yeah. Sorry. Okay, let's continue to the next part. This is conversation number 2, but I think we don't need I mean, we don't need to practice this kind of conversation. You just need to see that there are still some adverb of frequency right here. This is often, this is twice a week, every week.
Mhm.
How well do you play? Pretty well. That's it. So the grammar focus for this conversation is the question with how. So how often, how long, how well, and how good are WH question, but with how. And how often means seberapa sering, how long means seberapa lama, how well means seberapa baik, how good it's seberapa bagus. So this is some types of the questions with how, and the answer is quite short. Jawabannya itu singkat. It doesn't need such an explanation like why or maybe when, but it just need like, oh, every day, twice a week, or 3 minutes a day, pretty well, or it's not so good. Okay, I think it's quite simple, and I
Okay.
think you already understand about this. So this is the examples. How good are you at volleyball? Oh, I guess I'm pretty good. I often play on weekends. How long? About an hour. How often? Or twice a month. How well? Or not very well. So this is the examples of the use of how good, how long, how often, and how well. So Often, can do you understand, Indah?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, good. And now it's pick up challenge. Okay, for pick up challenge tonight, talk about exercise and talk about some sport activities. I'm gonna ask you about what sport or activity do you want to try. So I know that maybe you're almost never you almost never do such sport activity. But if you have a chance to try a new sport or activity that you will want to try, what is that and why?
I oh no, I don't have idea. Maybe I really want to new sport. What sport activity do you want to try? I, to be honest, maybe diving.
Diving, oh, that's so cool. I will want to. Why?
Yeah.
Do you like swimming?
Uh, I like swimming, but I can't swim. I
You
like
mean?
swimming, but I can't swim. Ah, yeah. So I really want to diving into the sea to see how beautiful uh under the sea, like the fish and um everything in under the sea. Because I just watch in maybe video like Nat Geo or else. So I want to look by myself.
So, if you have the chance to dive, I mean, like, if you have the chance to choose the place where you're gonna dive, is there any place that you really want to visit? I mean, like, the place to dive?
Yeah,
Where
I
is it?
really want I really want to dive in
Karimunjawa?
no in Papua. The very famous place in Papua to dive. Ah ya
Raja
Raja Ampat.
Ampat. Oh, I see. So, there's a diving spot right there.
Yeah, it's very famous place to dive.
Oh, that's cool. So, I really want to go there, but I never know that this is, I mean, like, there's also a diving spot which is
Yeah,
beautiful right there.
yeah. Dive it's sport that I really want to.
I see. Okay, beside diving, is there anything else? Do you like any water sport? Any other water sport?
Maybe climbing in a mountain.
Oh, hiking on
Yeah,
mountain.
hiking or climbing. Apa tuh climbing
Uh, in the
apa sih
hill.
yang olahraga climbing? Ya, sport.
Or climbing on the wall.
Ya,
Wall climbing.
ya wall climbing.
Or wall climbing. Oh, I see. That's quite challenging, and yeah, it's very interesting. And about hiking, why do you want to hike? I mean, is there anything special?
Because yeah, because I really love uh cold weather,
Oh,
and
me
especially
too.
mountain. Yeah, so I don't know. I prefer mountain than beach.
Yes, so
So
do
I
I.
really want to hiking,
Beach is
but
hot.
I almost never exercise. So I worry if I do hiking, I not for 5 kilometers, I give up.
Oh, it's so bad. Oh,
I I believe I cannot if I do. If I almost never exercise.
Okay. But you look fit, so I think you're gonna do it very well in that. So you need to try one day.
I hope so, but I have, I don't know, asthma too.
So hiking in the mountain is also my new activity that I really want to try. And I really want to hike in
Yeah.
Ranu Kumbolo. Do you know it?
Where Tanukumbolo?
Yes, Kumbolo is
Semeru.
Semeru. Yes, it's in Semeru. How about you? Is there any mountain that you really want to visit?
I don't know. I want to Semeru too because 5 centimeters movie.
Yes, of course. So do I. I really want to go there because that movie.
Yeah, I really want to Semeru because that movie and maybe other mountain in I don't know, maybe in Dieng
Oh, the
or
end.
else.
Wonosobo.
Yeah,
Oh,
I just ever go to Bromo with car, not hiking.
yes. So do I. So whenever I visit mountain, I go there with motorcycle or car. So, we're just the same.
Yeah,
Yes, but I think hiking is very interesting. So I really want to try this someday. Maybe if I have partners or there are some friends who invite me to join. But unfortunately, up till now, I still don't have that ability. So yeah, hope we can.
maybe you need to try, Mister.
Yes, for sure. So my nephew is very fond of hiking mountains. So he always hikes with his wife, like regularly, once in some months. And recently, they just hike in what is it in Central Java. I forgot the name of the mountain. So that's cool. So I always ask them to invite me. Unfortunately, they never did this because they're in Surabaya and I'm in Blitar, so it's quite far. But I still hope someday I can join. Hello? Hello ya? Halo?
Yeah. Hello, hello,
Yes, yes. Indah. Oke, Indah.
hello. I can hear your voice.
Oh, pardon, you can hear my voice?
Now your video, nah, muncul lagi. Yeah, your voice clear, but your video nong dari tadi apa?
Okay. I'm so sorry, there's a little bit trouble and
Oh,
it's
okay.
out of the meeting suddenly and I didn't know what happened. I'm so sorry.
Okay, it's okay.
Okay, okay, it's almost the time is almost up. It's been three
Mm.
to eight, and I'm gonna ask you one question again. So talk about mountain and beach. You mentioned that you prefer mountain than beach because you really like cold weather, and I think it's such a good reason. And talk about any other places. I mean, there's waterfall and there's like desert and any other places that was they are very beautiful. And could you please give me one other option if you really want to go traveling? What is that? I mean, like besides beach and mountain. Is there any recommendation from you? And please give me the reason why.
Recommendation for dive or for hiking
Uh,
or
Everything,
traveling,
traveling,
just
yeah,
in general.
just in general. So it's like a new activity beside a sport and yes, exercise.
Traveling, my recommendation. I don't do a lot traveling, but maybe I don't know. I ever I ever came to Malang once, but for me it's so memorable. So my recommendation, if you want to go to place have with cold weather and cheap cheap cheap
Surprise.
destination, cheap price destination, and I recommended you to Malang, and because I don't know, Malang has a unique city, unique experience other than maybe Jogja or Bandung. I don't know, Malang has a special, memorable, and it's I know it's just special for me.
Special. Okay. So Malang is pretty near from my place in Blitar. So
Oh iya bener iya iya.
I've been there like for 10 or even more times in my life. And yeah, I do
Wow,
agree with you. So Malang
I
is a very
envy with you.
iconic city. Yes,
Iya,
but maybe because it's pretty near from my place, I think Jogja and Bandung, I mean like Jogja, is more interesting sometimes, to be honest.
iya. I don't know, Jogja interesting city, but too famous or too mainstream,
Oh yeah, I see. I
like
do agree.
everyone will go to Jogja, and
But not everyone go
I
to
love
Malang.
Jogja. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Because Malang too far away from Jakarta.
Malang is very beautiful, and you know, whenever you go there, visit there, there must be a new experience that you gain, and I think it's very good for your
Yeah.
life. Okay, I think that's it for today's meeting. Thank you so much for very nice attention. For your very nice attention. I wish you success once again
Thank you
for
so much.
your tomorrow's interview. I hope that you can be accepted in the new
Amin.
company, so that's maybe you're gonna move in
Amin, amin, amin.
a higher level of your career. And once again, be confident. Just calm down. Everything is good. Everything is great. So you look very well experienced in many things, especially in BA and account executive. And I do believe in tomorrow's interview, you're gonna do very well. So good luck once again. I wish you success and see you tomorrow in the. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
See you, Mister. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi